There's nothing quite like summer at the movies. Big screens, big sound, popcorn in hand, and this year's lineup looks like a blast. From superheroes and horror to high octane action and long awaited reboots, there's something for everyone. Whether you're here for legacy sequels, animated favorites, or fresh takes on fan favorite franchises, woo, say that 3 times fast. It's always fun to look ahead and see what's coming. Welcome to the channel. I'm your screen jockey, Chris, and today we're running through some of the most exciting blockbusters hitting theaters this summer and beyond. So let's get into it. First up on the summer blockbuster slate, F1. This one drops this weekend, and if you've been craving a high-octane, high-style racing movie, this might be your fix. Brad Pitt plays a former Formula One driver named Sonny Hayes, a legend pulled out of retirement to mentor a rising star. That star is played by Damson Idris, and together they've got to navigate rivalries, egos, and one hell of a comeback season. Now, if you're a Formula One fan like my co-host Justin, you're already hyped. We actually did a trailer reaction video for this one, so if you want our first impressions and to hear Justin geek out over the racing scenes, go check that out on the channel. Even as a movie guy first, I'm intrigued. Director Joseph Kosinski, the same guy who made Top Gun Maverick look absolutely unreal, is bringing that same IMAX energy here. They shot this at real Grand Prix races with real drivers, and there's barely any CGI. It's the kind of authenticity you just don't get in most sports dramas. And of course, there's buzz. Brad Pitt's been on a hot streak with the roles he's been picking, and everything about this feels sleek, cinematic, and built for the big screen. F1 kicks off the summer movie season, and if they've nailed it, this could be a surprise favorite. Next up, Superman Legacy. This is the one a lot of people are holding their breath for, not just because it's Superman, but because it marks the official launch of James Gunn's new DC universe. And yeah, we did a trailer reaction video for this one too. So if you want to see Justin and I unpack our first impressions, you can check that out on the channel. Let's talk cast first, because Gunn is going all in on legacy characters, and the lineup is stacked. We got David Corenswet stepping into the cape as Clark Kent, and visually, he looks the part. Big shoes to fill, but early footage suggests he's bringing heart and idealism back to the role. Then we've got Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, sharp, fearless, and more than ready to hold her own. Nicholas Hoult is playing Lex Luthor, and that casting has me very curious. He's got the range to pull off both charming and terrifying, which is exactly what you need in a modern Luthor. Joining them are Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, Isabella Marquette as Hawkgirl, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, a Green Lantern, and Edie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific. I hope I'm getting those names right, but it is clear that Gunn isn't just making a Superman movie, he's building out the DCU from the jump. Now here's why this one's got me excited. I've been a James Gunn fan for a long time. Slither was my introduction to him, and I've followed his career ever since. When he took on Guardians of the Galaxy, nobody expected much. It was a weird Marvel gamble, obscure characters, outer space weirdness, and somehow it became one of the most beloved corners of the MCU. He knows how to make misfits and make you care, and now he's been handed the keys to the DC kingdom. I know it's divisive. Some fans are still attached to the Snyderverse, and yeah, DC had some great casting. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman was perfect, but most of the actual films just didn't land. Weak villains, muddled tones, rushed third acts. That's my biggest complaint. And don't get me started on how they handled Superman. Henry Cavill was a great pick, but the material he was given, it was just wasted potential. That's why I'm hopeful now. Gunn isn't rebooting Superman from scratch. This isn't another slow origin story. We're walking into a world that already knows Superman. He's part of a bigger world. There's already a Justice League taking shape. That gives us a chance to explore character, not just setup. Superman Legacy is set to fly into theaters this July, and if Gunn nails the tone, heartfelt, weird, heroic, grounded kind of vibe, this could be the film that redefines what the DCU is capable of. Coming up July 18th is one that's quietly building momentum. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yes, the title's familiar, but this isn't just a lazy retread. This is a proper revival. Legacy stars Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are back, stepping into a darker, more psychological version of the story that put this franchise on the map. If you grew up in the 90s, this was one of those defining slashers that lived in the shadow of Scream, but still carved out a place with its own brand of paranoia and moral dread. The new installment seems to be leaning into that legacy, but updated for today's audience. Think slicker visuals, deeper trauma, and a new generation of characters caught up in a familiar nightmare. It's taking notes from the modern Scream formula, keeping things self-aware but grounded in real fear, with the past coming back to haunt everyone in brutal fashion. If they strike the right tone, this could be a perfect summer horror flick. Not prestige horror, not campy throwaway, but that sweet spot of fun, stylish, and genuinely suspenseful. And honestly, I'm rooting for it. Now, here's another major highlight this summer. Fantastic Four drops July 25th, and it's already shaping up to be one of the biggest Marvel swings we've seen in a while. There's something poetic about this coming just a few weeks after Superman Legacy. DC and Marvel dropping two of their most iconic titles in the same summer. That's giving us flashbacks to Barbenheimer, but for comic book fans. And the coolest part, Pedro Pascal, who plays Reed Richards, has been nothing but supportive of Superman Legacy, and James Gunn showing love for both sides of the aisle. No ego, just a guy who clearly loves movies, and that energy, well, it's infectious. So let's talk about this cast. Pedro Pascal leads as Mr. Fantastic, the brilliant, stretchy leader of Marvel's first family. Then we have Vanessa Kirby stepping in as Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, and you just know she's going to bring both elegance and power. Then we got Joseph Quinn, fresh off Stranger Things, playing the hot-headed Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach, who's been crushing it lately, plays Ben Grimm, the Thing. Expect heart, humor, and one hell of a voice performance from him. And they're not alone. Matthew Wood is voicing Herbie, the lovable robotic assistant, and the buzz around this character has been huge. We've even seen his own little trailers. He's not just a comic relief sidekick, he's a core part of the team dynamic. Now let's talk villains. The biggest reveal so far, Ralph Ineson as Galactus. That's right, a full physical version of the World Eater, not some abstract cloud that we got in The Rise of the Silver Surfer. This is the real deal, looming, terrifying, and faithful to the comics, we hope. Julia Garner has been cast as Shala Bal, a gender-swapped version of the iconic character. And yes, that version does exist in the comics, so they're not just reinventing the wheel here, they're actually pulling deep from Marvel lore. There are also rumors of John Malkovich, Paul Walter Hauser, and Natasha Lyonne in supporting roles. And yeah, whispers of a surprise cameo from Doctor Doom have fans theorizing that Fantastic Four might be more pivotal to the future of the MCU than we originally thought. Yeah. You guys just go ahead and sit on that and speculate all you want. But beyond the cast, the tone and style are what really stand out. This isn't modern day MCU. This looks and feels like a retro 1960s inspired alternate timeline, a golden age vibe full of optimism, chrome gadgets, and mid-century flair. It almost feels like Marvel's answer to The Incredibles meets Tomorrowland. And I'm really here for it. I think it looks amazing. There's been a lot of speculation about where this film fits in the multiverse. Is it another timeline, another reality? Whatever the case, it's refreshing to see Marvel taking a bold swing in a totally different direction. If they land the emotion, the family dynamic, the cosmic scale, this could be the Fantastic Four movie we've been waiting for since, well, ever. Let's just hope Galactus shows up ready to devour more than just scenery. Now, last but definitely not least, The Naked Gun hits theaters August 1st, and this one's been a long time coming. After years of false starts and abandoned reboots, we're finally getting a legacy sequel directed by Akiva Schaffer, one of the minds behind Popstar and Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, and co-written by Schaffer, Dan Greger, and Doug Mann. The new film stars Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr., yes, the son of Leslie Nielsen's iconic character. So here's the thing. I love the original Naked Gun movies, that blend of deadpan seriousness and absurd slapstick. Comedy gold. So the idea of bringing that style back with someone like Liam Neeson, a classically trained dramatic actor playing it completely straight, is exactly how you do it. It's the same formula that made Leslie Nielsen a legend. Dramatic weight plus utter ridiculousness equals magic. Now, my co-host Justin, on the other hand, he's not on board. He's not really into these kind of over-the-top spoof comedies, and I guess I get it. I don't really get it. They're not for everyone, but I stand by Liam Neeson being a perfect choice. If you've seen him in Made in Italy or even Life's Too Short with Ricky Gervais, you know he's got great comic timing when the material fits. Pamela Anderson is in the cast too, which was a fun surprise, and honestly, she's been making a bit of a comeback lately in the public eye. I've got no complaints seeing her get the spotlight again. Paul Walter Hauser joins as well, and he's one of the most interesting character actors working today. I'm a huge fan of his stuff. He always manages to bring something fun or grounded, and yeah, I spotted CCH Pounder in the trailer too. too, which honestly made me smile. A serious actress in a totally unserious movie like this, that's Naked Gun, in a nutshell right there. So if this film can channel even half the spirit of the originals, the rapid fire gags, the visual jokes, the completely straight delivery of totally insane lines, we could be in for something really special and maybe, just maybe, a revival of the classic spoof comedy genre. I mean, I'm rooting for all of these, but this one in particular, I'm a little excited about. And, that really wraps up the summer movie slate, or at least the ones that are standing out to me the most. That's all I really wanted to talk to you guys about today. There are definitely more films dropping this summer, but these are the ones that have really grabbed my attention, whether it's superhero comebacks, legacy sequels, bold new takes on old favorites, or just fun genre swings. It's clear there's still a lot of creative energy out there. Now, look, I've talked to a few people who work in the industry, and yeah, there's definitely some tension in the air. The strikes, the box office shifts, the constant "is Hollywood dying" conversation. It's all real, but the fact that movies like these are still getting made and that they actually look exciting is reason enough to feel hopeful. This is what it's all about for me, talking about the things we're passionate about, getting hyped, debating with friends, and having something to look forward to on the big screen. So, now's the time for me to ask you, what's got you excited for this summer? Are you planning to check out F1 this weekend? Are you all in on James Gunn's Superman? Do you think Fantastic Four will finally get the Marvel treatment it deserves? Or maybe the Naked Gun reboot is more your speed? I won't judge, but let me know what you're most hyped to see. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you liked this video, giving it a thumbs up helps out more than you think. And if you want to see more, consider subscribing. I've been your screen jockey, Chris, and I'll catch you in the